Question 2 of this exercise says, identify the terms and their factors in the following expressions. Show the terms and factors by tree diagram. So first of all, we will learn what are terms and what are factors. So terms are like single numbers, let's say 9, or variables like x or y, or the product of numbers and variables, let's say 9xy. So these are terms. And factors are numbers or algebraic expressions that divide another number or expression evenly without leaving any remainder. So let's take an example 15. So the factor of 15 are 3 and 5. So as 3 and 5 both can divide 15 evenly without leaving any remainder. Now using the same concept, we will try to solve this question. So in the first part, the expression that is given is x minus 3. So the terms are basically x and minus 3. And the factors of x and minus 3 will be the same, x and minus 3 only. Now let's move on to the second part. The expression that is given is 1 plus x square. So the terms are basically 1, x and x square. So the factor of 1 is 1 only because 1 is a constant term. So the factor of x will be x and the factor of x square will be x and x. Now let's move on to the third part. The expression that is given is y minus y cube. So the terms are basically y and minus y cube. So the factor of minus y cube will be minus 1, y, y and y. As it is y cube, so there will be 3 y's. Now let's move on to the D part. The expression that is given is 5xy square plus 7x square y. So the terms are basically 5xy square and 7x square y. So the factors of 5xy square are 5x. As 5 can divide 5xy square completely, x can divide it completely, and the factors of y square will be y and y. Similarly, we will do for this part 7x square and y. So it will be 7x, x as there is x square. Similarly, y. So these will be the factors of 7x square y. Now let's move on to the last part. The expression that is given is minus ab plus 2b square minus 3a square. So the terms are minus ab plus 2b square and minus 3a square. So let's find out the factor of them. So there will be 3 factors of minus ab, minus 1, a and b. As minus 1 can divide it completely, a can divide it completely, and b can also divide it completely. And there will be 3 factors of 2b square as well, 2b and b. Similarly for minus 3a square, it will be minus 3a and a. The second part of question 2 says, identify terms and factors in the expressions given below. So we will have to find the terms and the factors of the expression that are given below. So let us start with the first part. The expression that is given is minus 4x plus 5. So the terms that are involved in this is minus 4x and 5. And the factors of minus 4x will be minus 4 and x. As minus 4 can divide minus 4x completely and x can divide it completely. And the factor of 5 will be 5 only, as 5 is a constant term. Now we will move on to the B part. In the B part, the expression that is given is minus 4x plus 5y. So the terms involved are minus 4x and plus 5y. And the factors of minus 4x are minus 4 and x, as we discussed earlier. Similarly, the factors of 5y will be 5 and y, because 5 can divide 5y and y can divide 5y completely. Now let's move on to the C part. The expression that is given is 5y plus 3y square. So the terms are basically 5y and plus 3y. y square. So the factors of 5y will be 5 and y. Similarly, the factors of 3y square will be 3y and y. As it is y square, so it will be 2y's. Now let's move on to the D part. The expression that is given is xy plus 2x square y square. So the terms are xy and 2x square y square. So the factors of x, y are x and y, as x can divide it completely and y can divide it completely. Similarly, the factors of 2x square y square will be 2x, x and y and y. Now let's move on to the E part. The expression that is given is PQ plus Q. So the terms are basically PQ and Q. So the factors of PQ will be P and Q, as they both can divide PQ completely without leaving any remainder. Similarly, the factor of Q will be Q only. Now let's move on to the F part. The expression that is given is 1.2 AB minus 2.4 B plus 3.6 A. So the terms involved are 1.2 AB minus 2.4 B and 3.6 A. So the factors of 1.2 AB will be 1.2 A and B. Using the same approach, we will find the factor of minus 2.4 B. So it will be minus 2.4 and B. Similarly, for the last one, it will be 3.6 and A, as 3.6 and A both can divide 3.6A completely without leaving any remainder. Now let's move on to the G part. The expression that is given is 3 by 4 x plus 1 by 4. So the terms are basically 3 by 4 x and 1 by 4. So the factor of 3 by 4x will be 3 by 4 and x. Similarly, the factor of 1 by 4 will be 1 by 4 only. Now let's move on to the last part. The expression that is given is 0.1 p square plus 0.2 q square. So the terms are 0.1 p square and 0.2 q square. Now the factors of 0.1 p square will be 0.1 p and p, as it can divide 0.1 p square completely. Similarly, the factor of 0.2 q square will be 0.2 q and q. As it is q square, so there will be 2 q's. So the factor of 0.2 q square will be 0.2 q.
To learn more about how QMath can help you crack school and board exams, explore QMath Leap, a live online classroom program run by highly experienced and committed teachers.